The Criterion Collection features some of the greatest films of all time from countries all around the world. But it is the country of Japan that features some of my favourite films of all time. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the first part of my top 10 Japanese films within the Criterion Collection. This was a suggestion from one of my lovely viewers on my recent Criterion video, so thank you very much for that. And one of the other concerns around a video of my top 10 Japanese films in the collection is that it would be dominated by the big three names in Japanese cinema. Those three names being Yasujiro Ozu, Kenji Mizoguchi and Akira Kurosawa. And there's good reason to think this because they were not one-hit wonders. They made a series of masterpieces in many people's eyes, not just mine. But as you will see from my top 10 choices, it features 10 different filmmakers. So this really does show the breadth of Japanese filmmaking within the Criterion Collection. So let's get onto the list, and I'm already cheating right from the get-go because I have one honourable mention, and that film is Tampopo, the film from Yuzo Itami. This is a ramen western. Yep, you heard that right, in which we follow the widow of a noodle shop owner who meets all these different characters who help her attain the perfect recipe for a bowl of ramen. And interspersed in this story are vignettes which are satirizing the social conventions around food in Japanese society. This is such an entertaining film. It's funny, it will make you very hungry, and there's even some strangely sexy things going on in the film too. So if you want a strange but fun journey through the world of ramen, then Tampopo is the film for you. Just make sure you have eaten before you watch this film, otherwise your stomach will be grumbling. Now onto the actual list, and in number 10 we have Dreams from Akira Kurosawa. And this is a film which I love so much. Kurosawa made so many films in his career, and of course we can talk about Seven Samurai, Rashomon, Yojimbo, Sanjuro. The list goes on. He made so many masterpieces, but I have said often on this channel that I particularly love his later period when he was making these gorgeous films in colour, often struggling to get them made and had to look for financing in the West. Particularly George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola helped make some of these films. And Dreams is a film that is exactly what it says on the tin. These are vignettes told in cinematic form which are bringing to life the dreams of the filmmaker, and it brings some Japanese folklore into the mix too, with a cameo from Martin Scorsese in a particular vignette which is one of the most memorable from the film. I adore this film and the works of Kurosawa. For now, this one is my favourite, and that's why it makes the list. In number 9 we come to Death by Hanging from Nagisa Oshima, and this is a film from a provocateur of Japanese cinema. Death by Hanging tells the story of a Korean man who is set to be executed, but the whole thing goes horribly awry. The man remains alive and all of the people don't know what to do with this, and this is obviously satirising the bureaucracy in Japanese society of the time, in particular the approach of the Japanese government towards Korean immigrants following World War II. So not only is it entertaining, it is also a serious film with some very dark humour at the centre of it. This was the first Oshima film I watched, and I think it is a great place to start if you've never seen any of them, because some of the other works can be a bit challenging, let me say that. In number 8, and we are already on the second of the big three filmmakers, it's Kenji Mizoguchi's The Life of Oharu. The story follows a lady-in-waiting who, through various different circumstances, finds herself becoming a prostitute. It is a fall from grace story, as they say on the back of the Criterion box, but it is told so poetically, but also in a very truthful way. This is not embellishing or sugarcoating this kind of story. Mizoguchi could really get to the heart of the drama, and in particular drama with female characters, which was quite rare, not just in Japanese cinema, but cinema as a whole. At the time, male filmmakers would struggle to have these central, tragic female characters and tell their stories in the best way. And Mizoguchi did that throughout his career, and The Life of Oharu is a prime example. So if you've never seen any Mizoguchi films, you are in for a real treat. In number 7, we come to an iconic Japanese cult film. It is Obayashi's House, and Criterion were very much responsible for bringing this film to the limelight for a lot of film lovers. That includes me. But why do people love this film so much? It's somewhat indescribable. Really, you have to see this one to believe it. We follow this young girl and her schoolmates who go and visit her aunt in this haunted house where there are ghosts and demons and all manner of absolutely bonkers things going on. The sheer fun and ingenuity of the way this film is structured and told is one of a kind. So please, if you've not watched House, I think you need to change that. And then we come to number 6. It's the film The Burmese Harp from Konichi Kawa. He has a number of great films in the collection, but this one stands as his very best, if you ask me. In this film, we follow a Japanese soldier separated from his fellow troops while they are in Burma during World War II. And in order to survive, he pretends to be a local monk. And in taking on this disguise and then having to live life as a monk, he, of course, reaches a level of enlightenment, and the film follows him on this journey. It is a remarkable film, which at the centre of it focuses on war, faith, and humanity, and humanity's strength to survive in any situation, and also how we change and how we can become enlightened. It is one of the great anti-war films, and it is a stunning film to look at as well. This is the brand new 4K edition from Criterion, so I think this is one of the greatest Japanese films of all time. That is the first half of my top 10 Japanese films in the Criterion Collection. I hope this has given you some recommendations and things to check out for yourself. Please join me again very soon when I will be going through numbers 5 to 1 of my favourite Japanese films in the Criterion Collection. For now, if you want more recommendations from me, please do stick around on the channel and click the video that's on screen right now. Until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you soon.